The guy put a gun to my head, you know what I mean? And I actually was trying to reach for my gun. And he seen it. So he said, you make one, bleep move, I'm gonna blow your head off. We about to do the transaction, I got the drugs, you got the money?
Yeah.
No, ain't no money, it's just gun. You know what I mean? So he put the gun in my face. And that joint right there is traumatized.
This is special to me, man, because you literally changed my life.
Appreciate it.
Your skill set, your humility, your ability to connect, and your availability was the thing that allowed me and my bride to secure a home. And I just want to say to the audience before we jump into this, that this man is incredible. He is extremely talented at what he does. And just last month, he was able to secure a really lucrative month in the real estate game. So without further ado, man, we're going to introduce the legend, the real estate entrepreneur mogul, Mr. Suave, cool, the OG. I call him the closer, none other than Andre Moore.
Great intro. I appreciate that, brother.
For sure.
I appreciate that. And thank you too.
For sure. If you don't mind, man, just tell us a little bit about what made you want to get into real estate, as well as the things before that were kind of hurdles to get to real estate as well.
My mom used to always tell me, man, and my grandma, you're going to be great. And I used to believe it. I just didn't know at what. You know what I mean? I thought I'm so naive and
you
young.
thought you was being great already.
I thought I was being great already. You know what I mean? I thought I was being great. I'm paying my bills. I don't need y'all for nothing. I got my own spot. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I'm young. So, you know what I mean? But I wasn't being great. You know what I mean? I thought I was. I actually was doing myself a disservice because actually I wasted a lot of time. You know what I mean? So later on in life, we'll talk about that. I had to work double time to catch up. But yeah, I was hustling for years and I got so good at it. Like I'm one of the few people in my area, because my area in Wedgefield, in Sumter, people only deal with people in their area. I was one of the dudes that could I was cool with people from all areas in Sumter. So I might be chilling at somebody else's house that nobody else go to in Wedgefield, and I'm on the other side of town getting love, this and that. And by then I was all right selling drugs or whatever the case may be. Yeah. But that's just the highlights, the glamour of it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Later on, you know what I mean, once you do good at anything, legal or illegal, somebody's gonna come for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter what. So I end up getting stuck up and everything like that.
Talk about that experience.
Man,
paint the picture for us, man.
It actually changed me, and actually I was so money hungry and blind, I should have caught it, because I'm sharp, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before, early on until now. So I just think I was chasing the money, you know what I mean? Got caught slipping. The guy put a gun to my head, you know what I mean? And I actually was trying to reach for my gun. And he seen it. So he said, you make one, bleep move, I'm gonna blow your head off. You know what I mean? So So by then, I got two daughters already. So you know what I mean? I just threw my hands up. I'm in my car. I had a gold Cadillac. You know what I mean? I was a Cadillac guy back then.
So you telling me you pull up somewhere?
Yeah.
And you got caught lacking. He come to the window.
Yeah. No, I pull up with the drugs to sell him. Yeah.
And what happened?
So he got his gun on him. So I'm thinking we about to do the transaction.
Oh, he's riding with you?
No.
Okay.
I pull up to his spot.
To his spot?
Yeah, with the drugs in the trunk.
Okay.
So I'm thinking we about to do the transaction. I got the drugs, you got the money?
Yeah.
No, ain't no money. It's just gun. You know what I mean? So he put the gun in my face. And that joint right there is traumatized.
Yeah.
To be real. But at the moment I didn't realize. I realized it. But I really looked back on it when I got older, how close I was to death. Because that dude ended up shooting somebody. And if I ain't mistaken, later on in life, I think he killed somebody. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like nothing he wouldn't have done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I just threw my hands up. And I'm like, go ahead, take it, dog. I got 2 kids. Don't kill me.
Yeah. You said that?
Yeah, just like that. Just go ahead and take it. he the man with the gun set the rules. So now he get the F out of it. You know, you got the gun, you got the ups, you know what I mean?
But you feel like the 2 kids joint was like, all right, I'll let him go?
I don't know. No, you know what it was too? I think, because what happened is I should have called it how nervous he was anyway. When I pulled up, a police was in the area. We seen him, so he was waiting, but he was nervous and that. I think, because it happened right after that. I think because the police was in the area prior, that actually helped out more than saying I got 2 kids, because people don't care about your people.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
He's not trying to go to jail. He done killed somebody or shot somebody after that. I don't want him to put killed on him. He shot somebody after that.
We don't know.
Yeah, he shot somebody for sure after that. Though. Yeah. So it's not nothing he wouldn't have done.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So now when you in the game, right, you either gotta do something, you know what I mean? Because you could continue hustling and stuff like that, but you if you don't do nothing, you're gonna be a mark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether now or later. That's just how the game is, city to city, state to state.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm a person, and I'll be real, everybody knows about me. I'm a straight hustler, end and end. Only time I'm gonna harm you if it's like my life or your life. I'm not just gonna go, that's not me as a person, never was.
So you was never made for the drug game?
Not really, looking back on it.
Yeah.
I just was a hustler.
Yeah.
And hustler, let me say this. People think hustling and selling drugs is not. You know what I mean? Hustling could be anything. Hustling could be selling houses. Hustling could be selling shoes. Hustling could be selling shirts out your trunk. You know what I mean? That's hustling. So I was just a hustler that was selling drugs. You see what I'm saying? I didn't find my niche just yet. You know what I mean? But how my mind worked, it like how I work in my profession now, trying to sound crazy. I'm always the person that think 3-4 steps ahead. So I was doing very well when I was hustling because I was a thinker. You know what I mean? So I know this person want this or this person want that. I could do this. I could make a play here, this and that. I'm always thinking, right? So it actually was doing very well. Like I was, man, I had 2 spots in 2 different cities. I was doing very well. You know what I mean? As far as that pertaining to, you know what I mean? But nah, if looking back on it, as far as what you need to do to be in the game, I ain't no drug dealer. I never was.
Yeah.
I'd be telling all the young cats today, even today I talked to some, you ain't got to hustle, man. There's so many ways to make money.
For sure.
There's so many ways to make money, and the fast money don't last. I went broke after that. All the money I had. You know, all the money I had stashed in my grandma's house.
Yeah.
Gone. You know what I mean? Right, shortly after that, because one thing about the game, the thing about hustling is, bruh, it ain't the hustling, it ain't the money, right? It's when you trying to change your life. Your spending habits don't change like that, right? So I done quit. You know what I mean? I'm actually trying to go on a straight, narrow work a job, even though I hate this job, this and that. But I had a lot of money, well, not a lot of money. In hindsight, it's not a lot of money. I had money stashed in my grandma's house. I'm thinking I'm good. I'm running through that money. I'm still going out like I'm hustling. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm working a job, getting paid, you know what I mean? The money ain't equaling out with the bills and my lifestyle. You know what I mean? So I remember I sent my partner to my grandma's house. This is a true story. My partner Marvin, friends 20 years. I said, and I call my grandma Nanny, by the way. My nanny house. Let me call her by her name. I love you. Miss you. I sent my partner over there. I said, Mom, go get that money from my nanny house and bring it up here. I'm in Columbia then. My nanny called me. She said, baby, you came and got some of that money? I'm like, no, because she knew where the money was at. You know what I mean? She said, baby, ain't nothing but a little bit more money here. I said, huh? You know what I mean?
Well, you thought Marvin stole it?
No, never. I knew he don't never do nothing like that. I didn't know I was spending like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then my calculations in my head wasn't matching what was going on. You know what I mean? So end up, I think in my last $5,000 or something like that. You know what I mean? I got bills, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 2 spots?
Yeah. No, by that time, when I stopped hunting, 2 spots gone. Okay. Yeah, I'm working a regular job. Yeah. 2 spots been gone. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, but you know what I mean? So I ended up going broke. Yeah. And having to move back in with my mom. Yeah. Humbling. Needed it though. Yeah. Needed it. Mom put the battery in my back. Yeah. Needed it, but it was humbling when you used to moving around doing what you want to do, and even looking out for your mom in instances, and now your mom coming home to her house. It's her house. Mm-hmm. I'm laying on the couch. Dre, I'm a grown man now.
Yeah.
With kids. Dre, you left dishes in my sink?
Yeah. So when did it change? Hey family, are you in the need of a speaker or host at your next event? If that is the case, I am your guy. For years, I've been blessed to do both of those things at a high level, and I want to help you in your event, whether it be a school, church, or organization, go to the next level.
I recommend Duane Kyles to come to your school, to talk to your student population, to motivate them, get them engaged.
Yeah, he made me a better man, honestly.
If you're looking for somebody to come and transform the lives of middle school, high school students, Duane Kyles is the guy.
We want him to come back and speak to the whole entire district, not just one school. We want all schools to hear him, and all administrators, teachers, parents, scholars, everybody needs to hear for how amazing he is.
He was amazing, especially in this environment of teenagers. It's like the perfect speaker for someone who's gonna reach them, have a similar story to them, been through some pain, a lot of pain, but knows that there's purpose in pain.
I look forward to hearing from you and partnering with you so that we can all live out our greatness together.
My mom, man. My mom actually brought to me, you should try real estate again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At this point, I'm doubting myself. Because I'm at the lowest of the low.
Yeah.
I'm living my mom. This, mind you, I ain't even get to this part. I done moved out my mom's house, right?
Yeah.
Fell off again.
Gotta come back.
I came back.
Gotta come back.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm like 25, 26, so I'm at the bottom of the bottom.
You like, man, I'm 25, 26. I ain't supposed to be at my mom's crib.
I ain't supposed to be at my mom's crib.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My daughter ain't supposed to be at my mom's crib.
Yeah.
Maybe come babysitting, visiting or something like
but
this.
But not living here.
Not living here.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot on my mom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's a lot on my mom feeling like she got to pick up the pieces for a grown man and his kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Her son, his kid, not... You the grandma, but you shouldn't carry that weight like that.
For sure, yeah.
And not to mention, you know what I mean, her husband's still in jail. My pop's still in jail. So it's like, you know what I mean?
It ain't a man that's taking care of her that can provide.
No. But the whole time he was in jail, right? Man, my pops used to drop some jewels on me. I just was too close-minded to catch it. And I should have been listening the whole time. Because he's talking from a lane that he done lived that I'm actually trying to do. That I would never be able to accomplish what he would accomplish because he was a millionaire selling drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But ultimately it pinned him in a position where
But he's preaching off the strength like you shouldn't be doing that. It's other ways to get money because he's super sharp. You know what I mean? He always been sharp. This is the thing about a person that's real successful selling drugs. They are smart.
Yeah.
They just, you know what I mean? It's the only difference between somebody that's running a Fortune 500 company and a millionaire drug dealer is how they was brought up in their situation.
Yeah.
They still got the same mind. They still running a business.
Illegal one at that.
Illegal one.
Let's not romanticize it.
No, it's no romanticize. Do not sell drugs, kids.
Yeah, do not sell drugs.
Do not sell drugs.
Dre is a realtor that's making.
No. But all that cloth that's in my lineage. You know what I mean? I had to go through that. I had to.
But you purifying the bloodline now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I even talk to younger kids today. No, don't do it. There's other ways to get money.
For sure.
But like, that was a lot on my mom, bro. And then not only that, I'm a grown man, bro, living at my mom's house, bro.
Yeah.
Like, really not answering the phone for some of my friends and partners, even some females I used to talk to, because I don't want to let them know I'm living with my mom, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going home from work. Well, this one now to switch jobs. I'm working at Target Distribution now, in Lugoff or whatever the case may be. I remember seeing. I already lied to my partner and told him I lived somewhere else. You know what I mean? I worked with one of my partners that was from West here in Target. I remember seeing them once we get off of work somewhere and getting something to eat, and I had to duck out. You know, because I told you I live on the other side of town. What I'm doing right here, you know what I mean? Just like little stuff like that. So I'm at the lowest of the low, living my mom as a grown man, ain't really got the funds, and it's hard. The thing about it is too, it's even harder when you done had money and you go broke.
Yeah.
And no knock on nobody. it might be easier if you never had it. If you done had it and then lost it, you know what I mean? Because you know what most people love to do. Talk about what they had. You know what I mean? No, what you got now? What you doing right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So my mom actually brought the idea up to me again. She said, remember you used to talk about real estate and stuff like that? You should try to do it. Now I'm doubting myself because when you at the lowest of the low, when you it's borderline depression.
Yeah.
Right? So when you depressed, like people could try to lift you up out of that, but you really got to pick yourself up out of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People could talk to you all day. Because she used to put batteries in my back all day. You can do it. Because now I'm making excuses. Ma, ain't nobody going to buy no house for me. I got tattoos on my hand. Ma, ain't nobody, I talk with Ebonics. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody going to buy no house for me. But the whole time, my mom know what I can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She know her son. You know, my grandma know her grandson. So my mom been telling me I was great since I was a kid. You going to be something. Even when I was getting in trouble, getting a spell.
Yeah.
She still telling you gonna be something. I'm like, okay, Mom, you talking about me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But she the one that told me I need to start thinking about real estate and go to school. And she the reason why I actually did it.
So when was that? When did you go to school? And
I was like, by then I was like 27, 26, 27. And it ain't just happen like that.
Yeah.
I went to school and I sat through the classes. And mind you, I got a spell when I was 17 or something like that. So I'm 10 years removed from school. I went to a little tech school and all that, but I didn't do nothing in that type of stuff. So it's hard for me to grasp everything. It's even hard for me to sit in the classroom for hours. You know what I mean? So it took me maybe a year to get a real estate license. Something that took you 2 months. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I put the work in because I went to class, right? I sat back through the class 3 times because I knew I didn't catch it and I didn't want to even play with it like that. So with the school I went to, South Carolina Real Estate School of Success, the school I went to, it'll let you, if you pay for the course, it'll let you sit through the classes how many times you want for a year. So I sat through the class like 3 or 4 times, like the whole class, not just one class, the whole course. You know what I mean? Yeah. Weeks and weeks and weeks of it. So
that's dedication, bro.
Yeah, but I knew I had to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I knew I wasn't where I wanted to be at in life. And I knew I gotta put some forth effort. Like I really gotta buckle down.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Even when I used to study, I used to cut my phone off and study at my mom's dining room table for 2 hours every day. Used to cut the phone off, study. Cut the phone off, study. I ain't looking and listen. And my mom, she used to come in either from work or maybe it's the weekend. She used to see me. She used to say nothing.
Just let you rock.
Let me rock. I'll look up. She'd just be smiling. And just, you know what I mean? And that just fulfilled me more than anything. You know what I mean? So, and my daughter's watching me. You know what I mean? They dad trying to achieve something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to...
Seeing you in the past lifestyle and not seeing you in this lifestyle had to be something refreshing for them.
Yeah. My mom, well, it's refreshing for my mom for sure.
Yeah.
But my mom wasn't surprised.
For sure.
She already knew what I can do if I apply.
I'm talking about for your daughter, the oldest one I was living with.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Because I used to tell her all the time, I'm going to get us out of here all the time. I'm going to get us out of here. You and your sister going to have your own, no matter what. I used to always say it. And I used to say, I promise. I promise, all the time. So after I went to real estate school, it actually happened. Well, not happened like that. When I went to take the test at the LLR board, right? So boom, first time I went, I failed. You know what I mean? I passed the state exam, failed the general. You know, state is 30 questions back then, general 80 questions.
Sheesh.
So passed the 30 question part, failed the general. Next time I went, so I'm studying. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it. Because they don't tell you what questions you missed. They just tell me how many you missed from passing. So I think that time I missed like 10, 11 questions, which is, you know, for much as I've been studying, it was horrible to me. I'm like, man, you know what I mean? The next time I went, I studied for like a month. I went the next time, took the test, failed. by one question.
Sheesh.
I rather felt by the 10 again. You know what I mean? The 11 than the 1.
Yeah.
I got in the car, true story, I cried. Because I know I put the work in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know I didn't cry because I ain't never knew I didn't think I never was going to pass it.
You knew you was going to pass it.
I knew I was
disappointing
at
that time.
Yeah. And plus, one question. And when I'm in there taking the test, I'm second guessing myself a lot. So I'm thinking that one of the answers I changed been the question.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, failed. Told my mom, I think I called my mom immediately after I got in the car or something, after I finished crying or whatever. She said, don't worry about it. You're going to pass it the next time. Go in there, pass it. So, you know, what people think, they think, well, not people, me. I'm thinking I'm about to come out here, sell 100 houses my first year. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I'm getting, even matter of fact, even the brokerage I had the meeting with, one of the first meeting with, and now looking back on it, I understand why he been looking at me like that, because the business is tough.
Yeah. So
looking back on it, I'm having a meeting with the broker in there, I'm talking, I'm like, yeah, I already got people lined up, I'm ready to buy houses. I'll probably do 15 closings this year. Mind you, it's like June or July. So to the end of the year, right? So
this man ain't had no idea.
He looking at me like, oh yeah, okay. Okay, he said, okay, well, we're going to start you out right here. And it's the lowest split for the realtor, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
what's that split look like?
It was 60-40.
Okay.
You know what I mean? 60 my way, 40 they way. Mind you, that's a lot.
That's a lot, bro.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So this is how I'm coming in the 60-40 split, but at the same time, I'm like, it's cool because I'm a grinder. I'm cool with starting from the bottom and building up. That's what I always did.
Yeah.
That's who I am as a person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, this and that, man, the first from that June to the end of the year, I sold one house. And it was in December at the end of the year. So and it was a house I didn't even get the client, bro. A dude that actually knew me and knew what type of person I am, knew a guy wanted to buy a house. He just told him about me. Shout out you, Marshall. Yeah. He owned a martial arts thing in something right now.
Yeah.
Marshall's super cool. I still talk to him to this day. He referred me to a guy that actually bought a house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how I got that client. But mind you, this whole time, I'm grinding. I'm knocking on doors.
Yeah.
I used to go to the grocery store, bro. You know how you got the hand carts in the grocery store when you could get your groceries? I used to lift up all the hand carts. I told the story to somebody else last week. They couldn't believe it. I used to lift up all the hand carts and drop my card in between all of them. You know what I mean? So when you used to get a hand cart, you would see my business card. So I used to, if it's 20 of them there, I'm lifting all of them up, rearranging, put my card in all of them. I'm mailing stuff to people's house. I'm knocking on people's doors like I'm really grinding. Yeah. Because I know this is my shot, and this is what I really want to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I got to put in maximum effort. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm riding around. I'm on the computer. Mind you, I don't even know how to work the realtor MLS yet, what we look at. So, but I'm looking on there for expired listings, like people that had listings that couldn't sell them. Yeah. They had to show you that when the contract expired, when the buyer agency expired, when they listing agreement expired, I'm sorry. So I'm looking on there. So boom, the day they expired, I'm going to somebody's house. I'm knocking on the door. Hey, I just see listing agreement expired. Because you could talk to them once it's expired and you won't get in trouble. I had one lady tell me, get from around my house, you know what I mean? Because you're really walking on somebody's property, knocking on their door, you know what I mean?
They don't know you from scratch.
They don't know me a can of paint. And then mind you, I'm trying to be professional as possible, but I'm dressed like khakis and t-shirt. I mean, not t-shirt, buttons up and all, but my clothes big. Like, you know what I mean? I got the right mindset, but different type of, I don't know what it was. My
and you fresh.
I'm fresh. Now, I'm fresh from everything new.
Yeah.
You know
I'm talking about you fresh in the game. So
yeah,
I know you don't know the vernacular like that.
No, I'm fresh in the game. Even one lady hit me with a question. I forgot what the question was. And I'm like, but I'm an honest person too. I'm like, I don't know. But I can get you the answer. She said, oh no, baby, you need to know. You know what I mean? Let me know when you know. You know what I mean? I keep your card though. You know what I mean? So I'm really, and then I don't even want to say the office because I don't want to put them out there like that. I'm at an office with nobody really training me. You know what I mean? On nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of learning. I'm winging it, but it's cool though because I'm learning. The best thing for me, I can't speak for nobody else, is to learn by mistakes. Yeah. Because I know I'll never do that again. Yeah. So for me, it was the best thing for me, but at the same time, I still needed some attention. I'm new. So the stuff they teach you in the school, it really don't translate to the real world. Because in the real world, you're dealing with people. So everybody's a personable person. So I'm going to the brokers thinking they're going to train me on all that, especially if you're taking 40%. I'm thinking you're going to train me and give me clients and introduce.
So you can get your bread.
Yeah, introduce me to somebody or something that's going to have me busting moves or something. But no, it wasn't like that at the office I was at. It was more like, let's cater to the big people that's selling these houses already. And I didn't know it then, but I know it now. Let's cater to the big people that's selling these $1 million houses, doing these $1 million volumes, because those are people that's actually keeping the brokerage open. You're not, because you're not selling no houses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not. You could leave now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We won't miss you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first contract with my partner, Marshall, actually referred me to the client, right? It was a blessing that the guy was so cool. His name was Kareem. He actually used to work at Target with us. He was so cool, man. I had so many X marks on that contract because really I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? And actually, I read through the whole contract. Man, it took like an hour, 2 hours. Kareem was ready to go. He was hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm reading through it, and really, you supposed to know it and paraphrase it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And if somebody asks you a question, you supposed to relay it off of stuff you know, because you supposed to know the contract.
Yeah.
So at the same time, they wasn't teaching me, but I might have should have been putting more time in on my end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the vocabulary is different. This and that. I really need somebody to break all this stuff down to me.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember stuff getting taught in class 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Everything is new. So I did that deal with Kareem. After I done told my broker back in June, yeah, I'm going to sell 10, 15 houses this year, this now. Okay, I sold 1 house. You know what I mean? And it was.
How'd that make you feel, bro?
Well, actually,
was it a humbling moment? Like, hold on, let me slow down. Let me do what I need to do.
Even before selling the house, with me just being in the field, being in the business, watching people move around in the office, I said, oh, I go home or I be in the office. At that time, I'm going to the office every day because I want to see. I want to be around it. I got to be in the atmosphere. By me being a scene, I'm like, oh, I gotta do some real work. And not no real work. I know I had to do work, but no, I gotta buckle down and grind.
Yeah.
But it's cool because I'm used to starting from the bottom, building the way up. I don't want no elevator.
Yeah.
I'd rather take the stairs.
For sure.
Because I'm gonna learn more.
You're gonna get that muscle memory too, man.
I'm gonna get that muscle memory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And all that.
Yeah.
You know, get my exercise and all that. I don't want nobody, if it will help out, don't get me wrong, especially at this point, if you send the elevator down to get me. But I'm cool with walking. We gonna get there. I'm cool with walking you down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, man, this gonna be a little tougher than I thought. You know what I mean? And then not only that, my confidence wasn't where it needed to be at because I ain't never sell no house. And I knew what I was doing, but at the same time, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So when I'm speaking to people, even with Kareem, I'm scared to ask the man to sign the buyer agency agreement saying I'm representing them. You know what I mean? That's where you need to start.
Yeah.
Before you even see a house. I done took this man to see 5, 10 houses.
Yeah.
Ain't even have him sign it. He could leave tomorrow. You know what I mean? But I'm scared. I couldn't even muster up to ask him, the confidence to ask him and stuff like that. So it was that. I was fresh. I was new. And wasn't nobody really training me.
When did it start to kick up? When did you see that spark start to rise up?
Man, I was, this whole time, I'm still working at Target distribution.
Okay. You got to do both.
Yeah,
if you ain't getting no.
Yeah, if I ain't getting no, yeah. So I'm working at Target the weekend shift. I'm working at Target Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 12-hour shifts, right?
Yeah, trying to get it in the
Trying
weekend.
to get it in. Tuesday through Friday, I'm doing real estate.
Yeah.
But my clients I'm working with, I'm not telling them I got a job because I don't want to get fired or something for not being available, right? So I'm all in the racks talking to clients on the phone, like, yeah, I'm in a meeting, this and that. No, I'm at work. You know what I mean? I'm at work.
And I can't leave.
I can't leave. You know what I mean? I can't leave, but let's know. Well, I ain't never working in Target. I tell the story. No, I did. I done had somebody call up there before and say it was emergency. Andre got to come in and left and go show a house. I done did that one time now. But even then, right? So it started picking up. I saw Kareem a house. Then the next year rolled around. That was December when I sold Kareem the house.
What year was this?
This was what, 2000, what we in, 23? This had to been 2017,
18?
I think it was 17, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17. I think I sold Kareem
16.
December with Kareem.
Okay.
December 2016 with Kareem. I still got the memory in my phone. I treat it like a trophy.
Yeah.
It come up every year. You know what I mean? It's a yearly memory. 16 with Kareem.
Yeah.
In December. You know what I mean? So that next year, I think I did very well for somebody that had not been in the business. I remember I sold like 17, 18 houses that year. You know what I mean? So it was good.
Yeah.
But the year after that, the third year, I sold 50. You know what I mean? I think it was like 51, 50.
So 2018, 19.
2018.
You sold 50.
I sold 50. 2019 was crazy. I think I did 60 or 58 or something like that.
Yeah.
But all of it it was that, and then it was me every morning on social media. I say something. You know what I mean? Something about my business.
Yeah.
Something inspirational.
Yeah.
Something let people know I'm a realtor. You know what I mean? But mind you, more importantly than anything, no matter what I ever did in my past, people always knew I was a good dude.
Yeah.
No matter what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could have been illegal, legal. It don't matter.
Yeah.
But I always been a good person.
Yeah.
Number one. So people felt comfortable with hiring me. You know what I mean? And then at the time, it wasn't too many realtors. I didn't know no realtors, and I'm pretty sure there's some out there.
Yeah.
But I didn't know one realtor, like personally. I didn't know him. You know what I mean? So a lot of people in my area or that know me probably didn't know him neither. You know what I mean? The only realtor I actually knew was the realtor that sold my mom the house. I didn't really know her like that. You know what I mean? And she was an older woman. So we got different clientele. You know what I mean?
So you serve in an underserved market.
Yeah. At the time, I didn't know it though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You didn't know what you tapped into.
I didn't know what I tapped into at the time. At the time, I just was like, okay, all my classmates, all the people right ahead of me, all the people right under me, they inboxing me now. You know what I mean? They reaching out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They trying to get houses, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was a blessing. You know what I mean? People just start by me promoting online. People start, mind you, I'm not even to this day. I promote a little bit, but I'm not really an online person.
You're not a social media.
No, I'm not really an online. I don't really
that's why this drink so gold, because you don't really share. We don't really know Andre like that. We see the closes, but we don't know.
Yeah, with me, I'm thinking, even until right now, up until now, I'm always thinking less is more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's different when you don't get the bang you get when you online every day. You know what I mean? I might disappear for a couple weeks and come right back with 3 closings. You know what I mean? But it's not me promote, hey, I'm Andre. Every day I sell houses every day. Nah, I got to really have something going on to be on social media.
Yeah. And can we talk about your availability? I think that's the thing that I really want the audience to get and grasp, because that was the thing that made us say, yo, he's dependable and he's going to be there for us and he's going to actually provide the availability for us to get a crib.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So talk about just your mindset and your heart to serve the customer to make sure that they see a home.
Okay, with me, right, and I don't never want to lose sight of it, and I'm not. The client that actually hired me, they more important than anything, even me in the process. You know what I mean? I'm willing to, and I done did it before, I'm willing to sacrifice my commission for my client to get in the house. Some of it, not all of it.
Yeah.
some of it, but not all of it. So with me, right, I got this thing with me. I'm going to always try to make myself available. Only time I probably won't is if it's something major with my kids or my wife or mom, something like that. But I got this thing with me, right? If a person want to see a home, I'm going to try my best to let them, to make it available so they can see the home, for me to be available.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to never let nobody lose a home from not being available.
Yeah.
It's a difference when we putting an offer in and we getting beat out of a home. You know what I mean? That's, when you got 4 or 5 offers, the sellers pick the offers. You know what I mean? We just put our best foot forward. As far as accessibility, to see a home, you can call me at 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to make it work. We can go 10 o'clock in the morning to see a home. I'm going to always be available, especially with people that actually works jobs 9 to 5. This is the only time you can go. I'm going to make time for us to get to the house.
Yeah.
We're never going to lose a house on my watch because we can't make it.
For sure.
I'm going to always be available to make it to a house, no matter what. If that lockbox can open, we gonna be at that house. Yeah. No matter what. That's just my thing. Because availability and communication is the key in real estate.
Yeah.
Well, behind knowing what you actually doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other than that, those are the main keys. You got to be available. You got to be accessible to the people. And you got to be transparent to the people too. Because the thing is too, even when you taking people to see homes and everything like that, don't put your vision, your expectation on that person. You know what I mean? You don't know why this person might like this house. Or whatever case may be. Just because you don't like the house don't mean, you know what I mean? They probably got a vision for the house that you don't even see. They might go remodel the whole house. You know what I mean? Don't put your expectation vision on somebody else's purchase or somebody else's dream. You know what I mean? People tend to do that. And I told myself I would never do that. You know what I mean? I would never I'm going to tell you my main things. When we get to the house, I'm going to tell you all the details about the house, that what's going on with the house. I'm going to tell you all the defects about the house that I actually see. Because once you've been in business for a while and be around home inspectors or whatever case may be, you start to pick up on stuff. So when we pull up to the house, I might say, hey, man, that this is going to need a new roof in 3 to 5 years. I'm going to tell you stuff like that that's actually going to cost you money. You know what I mean? Later on in life. I mean, later on in life with the house. But you always got to be accessible for the people. And you always got to realize you're in a service business. Do not ever put yourself before the client. Don't ever think you're more important than the client. Because you're not. It's probably 3,500 realtors in Columbia. For a client to hire you, it's a blessing. And you got to treat it like that the whole way through. You know what I mean? Not even after you get them under contract. Still treat them like that because they deserve that respect because they could have hired somebody else. You know what I mean? They could actually, if you're not under contract, they could fire you today and hire somebody else. You know what I mean? So be mindful of that too.
But let's pause right there and say that you have worked your way up. You know, to a status and a level. Where we had to get inside your mind and see, what is making you tick. So I will say on record, you know, you are one of the best in the state. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I want to pivot. I want to give some value to the people, not only tell your story, but let's point them to some resources, right? That they could use as a first-time home buyer or as someone who's trying to invest or things of that nature. What are some things that's coming to your mind as I'm talking about adding value to the customer and the client?
One of the great programs, as we both know, is NACA, right? NACA, you're going to get the best interest rates with NACA, right? But you got to have patience for NACA, as we know. You know what I mean? So NACA is a great program for a first-time home buyer that actually wants a lower interest rate without PMI, and your mortgage could actually be a little bit cheaper, and you could actually buy your interest rate down, and it don't cost you as much, right? But you got to have patience with NACA because it's a whole program. It's not like the traditional lenders. Like you go, they run your credit and you get approved. You get the approved. They verify your assets and your job history and everything like that, and you get approved the same day or the next day. No, NACA is a program that I tell everybody all the time. It's going to take you 3 to 6 months depending on the person. If you ain't on top of your stuff, it's going to take you 9 to 12. You know what I mean? But it's all dependent on you and you being on top of your stuff.
For sure.
So NACA is a great program. I actually bought my house through NACA. You know what I mean? Both of us did. Bought our house through NACA. So that's a great program. They got SC housing, down payment assistance. That's a great program. Your credit got to be a 620. And let me double back. I forgot to talk about this with NACA. They don't go by credit. They go by your last 2 years of payment history. So as long as you've been paying your bills on time, you're pretty much good. And SC housing, to move back forward, you got to have a 620 credit score. They'll provide a down payment, but this is the misconception about that. It's a great program. But you got to pay that money back, right? So it's like they front you the money for the down payment, but they build it into the loan. I know the number to the T. So they give you the down payment assistance, but you got to pay $55.21 back per month for 10 years until you pay them back in full. And if you sell your house within that 10 years, they take a portion of their money back before you get your funds at closing if you gain any money from selling your house. So that's a great program right there. Of course, you got the VA loans, no down payment for the military people as well. You got the USDA loans if you move in a rural area like deep in Lexington, some places in Elgin, some places in Dazzell, like right off of Sumter. So you got that. It's all type of loan products out here, but you got to have the credit to get these products other than NACA.
Yeah.
And let me say this as well, right? Because this is what I tell people all the time. I really want to say this, right? People call me all the time trying to get approved for home loans and stuff like that. Well, first they'll talk about the house, not even the loan. So I'll double them back and talk about the loan, right? Because the loan is more important right now. Because first we need to see if you're going to get approved. We need to see how much you're going to get approved for. So then we can see how much house you can buy. And also you need to see how much mortgage payment it is for your approval amount. Because you might get approved for $400,000, $300,000, $200,000. But you might not like the mortgage payment at that price point.
Facts.
So now we got to dip down into a price point that you're comfortable with the mortgage payment, right? So this is what I tell people all the time when they call me, right? Before I even send them to the lender or before I even tell them about NACA, right? Because they majority of people talk about houses, and rightfully so, because they don't know the process. So it's my job to educate, right? This is my profession. That's what they call me for. So I tell them all the time, you got to be mindful of how the lenders and stuff looking at your stuff. If you just had a late payment 2 months ago, 3 months ago, they're not going to lend you no money because they're looking, everything it's a business. It's the real estate business, you right?
Yeah.
So if you're late on just say a $200 car payment, right? A month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, right? Why would we lend you $200,000 if you're late on a $200 car payment that's recently? That's looking like a bad investment. So they're not going to lend money for bad investments because they want to recoup their money.
Facts.
They're not just giving you the
that
money.
interest on it too.
Yeah, get that. That's what I'm about to say. They're not just giving you the money. Oh, we like him or her. We love him or her. No, it's the real estate business. They make money off of interest every month. And if you're a bad candidate, and they look at bad candidates like people with late payments, and nothing wrong with having late payments. My credit score done been in the 500s before. I built it back up.
Yeah.
You know, that's just growing pains with life, right? But you got to be on time with your payments. You got to look presentable to get the loan, right? So if you're late on something, even if it could be the smallest bill, it could be a cell phone bill. And that's even worse. If you're late on a cell phone bill, how we expect you to give us $200,000 back?
That's facts.
You know, how we expect that?
Yeah.
And how you going to get mad at us for denying you?
Why you ain't?
Yeah, you gonna get
man?
mad at me too. I ain't no lender. You know what I mean? I'm just telling you the steps to get there. You know what I mean? You gotta be mindful of that because this is real estate, but it's the real estate business, right? It's a business, right? So they make money, and rightfully so. They lending you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Of course, they're gonna want to make some money.
For sure.
Yeah. So be mindful of that too, and take advantage of the NACA program. The SC housing program requires 620 credit score. The USDA program varies. Some lenders do 620, some lenders do 640. The VA, no down payment. The credit score could be a little bit lower with the VA loan because the government's backing it. So your score could be a 5.8 and you get a VA. I done did deals like that.
Yeah.
So take advantage of all the loan products as well. And one thing too is if you get approved through a lender, right, you got 30 days to shop. So you can actually reach out to another lender and see what they got to offer. And then you can have them compete. Whoever give you the best deal, whoever approve you for the most money, that's who you go with. But always double back and speak to your representation. You know what I mean? Speak to your realtor or speak to somebody in your family that actually love you.
And my second to last question, what is the craziest horror story you've had in real estate?
The guy was a Vietnamese guy, right? Didn't speak no English, right? This is actually a horror story. You know what I mean? First time I ever seen something like this. Mind you, I'm still kind of fresh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he didn't speak no English, so I used to communicate through his son. His son is, you know what I mean? I'm born and raised over here, whatever case may be.
Yeah, this ain't that funny.
So cool people.
Yeah.
So we get all the way to the closing. He was supposed to clear, I want to say like 30,000 that closing, a good little change. And he lived in Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
Because the house was big. He lived in Charlotte. So we get to the closing, whatever the case may be. So we were MGC closing on the house, or whatever the case may be. So he's supposed to clear about 20 or 30 grand. I can't remember the exact number. So we get to the closing, signing docs and everything like that. So the attorney come in there and said, we got a problem. So I'm like, we got a problem? I'm like, you know what I mean? What kind of problem
what
we
happened?
got? Yeah, what's going on? You know what I mean? About to close. You know what I mean? I done listed this house owner, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be honest, at the time, I'm a new realist, I'm thinking, you know what I mean? I'm thinking about walking out here with my check.
You about to get paid.
What type of problem we got going on? So he said, yeah, Mr. So-and-so, are you familiar with this? And put some papers in front of him, to my client. You know what I mean? Put some papers in front of him. So the dad sitting here, the son sitting between us, because he's sitting between us because he's the one to speak. Like he translate for whatever the case may be. So it's some liens, right? And they call them at closing, right? And you can't close with liens unless you pay them, right? So long story short, the man go from getting $20,000 or $30,000 to having to bring $9,000. So we there, right? And check it though. He's sharp. I whispered to the son. I'm like, asked him, did he know about this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you upset, low key.
Yeah, I'm upset, this and that. And I'm thinking too, he ain't gonna sell the house now.
Yeah.
That's like a $40,000 turnaround.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You go from from getting 30 to bringing 9.
Yeah.
To sell your house. You know what I mean? So, and I deal with a lot of Vietnamese clients. One of my closest friends is Vietnamese. Yeah. So I know they culture, they operate, they don't deal with banks like that. They deal with pretty much cash, right? Yeah. So he said he don't have the money in his account because he said he'll pay it. He actually said he knew about the liens. You know what I mean? He knew about it, this and that, but he thought he was about to slide through. You know what I mean? I don't like the attorneys catch stuff like that. I would never know about somebody's liens. You know what I mean? So unless they tell me. So he said he was going, excuse me, bring the money back tomorrow. He lived in Charlotte. So I'm like, man, this man ain't coming back. Yeah. Not bringing no 9,000. Yeah. After you were supposed to be getting 20 or 30,000, whatever case may be, he ain't coming back. This closing's over with. Yeah. You know what I mean? I done wasted my time. I paid for photography. Yeah. You know what I mean? I did all this stuff.
Oh, you had photography go?
Yeah, because it was my listing. Yeah. So when you list the house with me, I pay for the photography and all that. You know what I mean? I pay for the marketing and all that. This is just what I do. So I'm like, man, I lost photography, lost time. Yeah. Now these people, he ain't coming back. This in my head, I'm thinking, right? He said he gonna go back, he gonna go get the money and bring it back tomorrow morning. Like not even that day. Mind you, it's just an early closing. It's
so
like,
he could have went back.
It's like 10 a.m. I'm like, yo, I'm talking to son. I said, ask him if he could go and come back today. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or this was before I even knew how the culture was, you know what I mean? So I'm like, he don't got it in the bank. You know what I mean? Because he owned restaurants. You know what I mean? He owned restaurants and stuff in Charlotte. He's a businessman. Yeah. You know what I mean? He's a businessman. So he said, no, cash. I'm like, all right, bet. So he don't leave out. I'm looking at the attorney like, and the attorney looking at me like, you know what I mean? Because who gonna bring that money back? Man, the next day, right? It might have been, the law firm might open at 8:30, bro. By 9 o'clock, this man brought the money.
How much was it in total?
This man brought the money, 9,000 or something. I remember the number. I don't remember how much he was getting. I know it was 20 or 30,000.
Got you.
Yeah, but the swing
was 9,000.
From the 30,000 he was supposed to get the 20 or 30.
Yeah.
He had to bring 9,000. So he owed a lot of money with the liens and stuff like that. And he was cool because he didn't, and I talked to the son about it. He was cool doing it like that because he didn't have to pay. Because if you do the numbers, that's really like $40,000 worth of liens or something like that. Yeah. He was cool because he didn't have to pay all the money out of his pocket. It came out of the proceeds of closing. So he thinking, like, I just give you $9,000 and cleared up $40,000 or $50,000 worth of liens. Facts. You know what I mean? Yeah. He came back and brought that money, man. And the people got their house. And actually, I know where the house is at, right? I rode past the house a couple of days ago. The same people, I wasn't representing the buyers, I'm representing the sellers. The same people that bought that house, because they were looking like we we ain't getting our house. Neither, you know, they looking at me across the table and everything like that too. I'm like, you know what I mean? The realtor looking at me. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They still live there. I passed the house the other day.
That's dope,
The people
man.
actually still live at the house, man.
That's dope, man.
But that was a horror. It was hard because I didn't know about the liens.
For sure.
It scared the heck out of me. You know what I mean? Then I'm thinking about the time because the buyer's not even my client. You know how this process go. They pay for inspections. They pay for appraisals. They pay for all this stuff. They're going to lose their money. You know what I mean? And I don't even want that stain on my jacket, even though they ain't got nothing to do with me.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I'm thinking about all that. And they was African American too. I'm like, man, I know how hard it is for us to have money. And they not even my clients.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I just want to do great business. But buddy brought that money back cash.
Sheesh.
Cash. And the law firm don't even take cash. They made him they don't take that much money in cash. They made an exception for him. Because they know even like I don't got nothing but cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, brought it back, man. Mm-hmm.
That's fire, man.
And shout out to David Ross, the attorney. He remembered that story that actually happened. MGC Law Firm.
Sheesh.